On the Radio is brought to you by Zurich Insurance, the perfect place to catch up with all things Melbourne. If you enjoy this content and want more inside access from the team, make sure you visit the club website.
Ed, thanks for being with us on AFL Nation.
No, thanks for having me on, guys.
What do you think at the end? Just hung on.
Yeah, it was certainly a relief. I mean, it's probably not how you want to win footy games, but you take them when you can get them.
Take us into the first couple of minutes after the siren. We were in the commentary box and we were watching you. Max Gawn had some things to say, then Simon Goodwin came out and addressed the group on the ground. What was going on inside that huddle?
It was more sort of just discussing. There's a lot of mixed emotions, a lot of relief, obviously, but no, Maxie just got the boys in and said, look, let's enjoy it. Wins in the AFL are hard enough to come by, so when you can get across the line like that, you've got to enjoy it. You can't beat yourself up over it, and Goody sort of just echoed that message. So it was just trying to be as positive as we could out of the situation.
Ed, congratulations first up. Terry Wallace here. You enjoyed it so much that you left Maxie out of the song.
Yeah, I know. It's the boys raced off pretty quick, I think.
Look, just going back to when it was good, and the early parts of the game, you looked as pure as any side that's played so far. I thought the clean ball use, the overlap run, your ability to get the ball back into the central corridor, you were really sharp early.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's the big positive we're going to take away from the game, was that when we were playing to win in that first quarter, in that first half, we were very good. That's the big positive. I think clearly the second half we sort of tried to save the game a bit, and that's what happens when you take your foot off the pedal. AFL teams can get back into it pretty quickly. So, but yeah, as you mentioned, that first half, there's a lot of positives to take out of it.
Look, you had at that stage you had a lot of good players all over the ground, but I thought the three real dominant ones, I mean, Maxie clearly in the ruck early gave you great service, but I thought Clayton Oliver's job on Cripps was really critical and crucial, and over the four quarters I thought he comfortably had the better of Crippsy, which was a great job. And then obviously Christian Petrarca, we saw him out at Cranbourne. I was out there the day that he played out there in the practice series, the Marsh series, and he seems to have taken his game to another level.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Those two, I mean, they had massive pre-seasons and they were primed for big years before it all sort of everything happened. So it's probably no surprise. I think Clayton's job yesterday was phenomenal. I mean, we know how he can hunt the ball and accumulate disposals, but to be able to play a role like that, and one of the best players in the game was... he's sort of adding another string to his bow, which is really impressive. And then, Christian, just doing Christian things. He's exciting to watch.
What's he like during the week? I mean, you've previously been at Fremantle with one of the best players in the competition, Nat Fyfe, and I've always wondered what like a training session would look like with Nat Fyfe. Is Christian a little bit the same in some of the things that he's capable of doing? That's certainly impressive. His personality is so bubbly. I mean, he wouldn't hurt a fly, Christian. So it's certainly fun to train with. But yeah, I mean, everyone goes about it a bit differently. I think, to be honest, Clayton and Christian sort of egg each other on a bit, which is probably good for both of them. Ed, you talk to Melbourne supporters, and it's only a couple of games, but they've loved your inclusion. And to me, you seem really clear on your role, which I'd imagine must be fantastic as a player to know exactly what the coach wants from you and your position and your role each week.
Yeah, no, it certainly is. It's probably the best thing you can have in footy is clarity, because a lot of the time you can sort of lose your focus on what the coach and team actually require from you. But credit to Goody, that's been the focus all pre-season, is everyone mastering their own roles. So it's a role I love playing. It's a role that I'm certainly the best at playing. So yeah, it's fun. Me and Adam on the other wing as well. I thought he was great last night.
as well. So, no, it's certainly fun when everyone knows what role they're playing.
And I said just before you come on, and I absolutely meant it, where a lot of the guys look like they were out on their feet. I mean, I thought your run in the last quarter was one of the reasons why the side got over the line. Are you confident in your body and where you're absolutely at the moment?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, touch wood, haven't missed a game the last 2 years, so I think the body's sort of in the best place it's been so far. And then obviously getting Darren Burgess over, he's got the boys in incredible nick. I think we only have maybe 2 or 3 blokes in the rehab group at the moment. So we're pretty confident coming into the back half of games that we should have the run over the opposition. And luckily in the last couple of minutes last night, that was the case.
So what happened that turned the game around in your opinion? Obviously they started to compete and contest in the middle of the ground and, win the contested ball or match you up with a contested ball, but ball movement seemed to slow down considerably. Do you take into account, and obviously you haven't done your review yet, but in your own mind's eye, was that just not as much run or not as much dare, not so much the run, but the dare, or do you think you tried to almost save the game, sort of fold back a little bit? What in your own mind's eye brought that on?
Yeah, I think it was a bit of that. Definitely, when you get a fast start like that, you're naturally going to sort of try and save the game a bit and be a little bit more conservative, but that in turn plays into the opposition's hands. So that's sort of something we took out of it, is you need to dare to win the whole game. I mean, you'd rather have a foot to the throat the whole game than let it off and give them a chance. But, that second half I certainly felt we were a bit one-paced, which is, an easy fix for us. That's more just a mindset shift.
Ed, thanks for being with us. Congratulations. A win's a win early in the season. So well done and good luck coming up next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys.